Good morning, you guys, and welcome back to my channel for another video. Today is another rainy, gloomy day. It is raining so much. Probably the most I've ever seen in my entire lifetime where I've lived. And I love rain and I love weather, but this, like, everyday gray rain is wow. So it's not exactly the most motivating weather outside. Maybe you can relate to that because I know a lot of us have had really strange weather this year. But we have things to get done. And so I'm going to bring you guys along with me as I get things done today. And I want to thank Lumi for sponsoring today's video. I was so excited to work with Lumi because I have heard such wonderful things about it. And it's an issue that I face living somewhere in a very hot climate, and we're getting ready to head into those months. The rain will be gone and it will be hot, and when it is hot, I am sweating. You guys know I share all the time in my workout videos, like, I am not a cute fitness influencer. No, I am drenched. I sweat. And so anyway, you guys will hear more from Lumi here in a second because it's going to be life-changing for me this summer. Anyway, 2 days ago, I got back from going out of town with my daughter for her 16th birthday trip. We had a great trip and I pulled off the surprise party for her. If you guys watched my last day in the life, I think that it'll be the last one. I went into all the details. So we planned a surprise party for her. We pulled it off. We got into town like an hour earlier than expected, and so I was sweating, literally, and I was so worried that she was gonna think something was up, but good thing I pulled it off. So we had a great trip. She had her surprise party yesterday. I took the day off because of homeschooling because I was buried in stuff to do. And unfortunately, like, I did not get through everything yesterday. That was just the reality of it. So today is kind of a carryover from yesterday. I wasn't filming yesterday, but I'm gonna film what I want to get done today. So that's what we're gonna do. So make your to-do list, get your coffee. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm just starting it off now. I got myself a little bit ready because that does help me. I didn't do my hair or anything. I just put it in a ponytail. But I did put a little bit of makeup on just because it helps me, like, be more productive some days. And I do think that I have a few things that I'm gonna film. So yeah, wanted to do that, but we're getting back into our school, so obviously homeschooling is gonna eat up a good portion of my day, and I have a bunch of other things that I would like to accomplish, so we'll just have to wait and see. Hopefully I can knock out this list, but we're gonna hit the ground running, so make your to-do list and let's get things done together. Rain or shine, let's be productive. If you guys have been watching my channel for a while, I have spoken about how hot it is where I live and how much I sweat. I don't know if it's from working out so much or if my body's just really efficient at cooling itself off, but I seriously struggle in the summer months, especially with sweating and just feeling really gross, and quite honestly not always smelling the best after my workouts, if my showers are delayed, if we've gone hiking, whatever we're doing. And so I was so excited to discover Lumi, and I had to share them with you guys. Lumi was actually created by an OBGYN, and it is basically whole body deodorant. It's the first of its kind, and you can use it anywhere on your body. You can put it in places that you feel like don't smell that great after you've been sweating, your feet, under your sports bra area, and even other places, bottom of the feet, other areas, inner thighs, all of that. It is totally safe to use anywhere on your body and will control body odor for up to 72 hours. It's aluminum free, skin safe, and it smells so good. This tangerine whole body deodorant smells amazing. So if you guys want to check out Lumi, I have a really awesome offer for you guys. New customers get $5 off Lumi's starter. You guys can try it out for yourselves. I'm telling you, you will not regret it. I smell fresh all day long, and that is the hardest part for me when it comes to finding deodorant and other products for certain areas on my body where I want to feel fresh. Lumi is it. That link is down below. Thank you so much, Lumi, for sponsoring today's video. Alright guys, here is my to-do list that we are working with today. I would like to get all of this done, and obviously I don't throw in like everyday things like making dinner, etc. So I obviously am filming this Get It Done video. I need to tend to my sourdough after being out of town. I have a bunch of discard in the fridge, so I want to use that up. Schoolwork with the kids, working out. I have a little project that I need to work on for my daughter's dance. I have a paper to sign and it's like not working. So I need to get that sorted out. I need to go over our budget and pay some bills. I have quite a few invoices to send to clients. I need to do laundry. I need to sort my consignment sale stuff for the spring. And so I don't want to start like tagging it or anything, but I do want to get it separated into like away from the winter stuff so I know what I'm going to be selling, because you can only sell spring and summer stuff. So that is everything that I am hoping to accomplish today. It is quite the to-do list, but I think we'll be able to make some good progress today. Getting started with this to-do list, of course, there's the normal everyday tasks that need to be done as well. I came downstairs and the sink was full of breakfast dishes because one of my kids' chores was to unload the dishwasher. And so the people who ate before them had dishes left in the sink. So I went ahead and got those into the dishwasher while I was making my breakfast, always multitasking over here. After that, I went ahead and did my daughter's hair. Nothing fancy, just a ponytail for today. She's the last little one that needs me to do her hair. So doing that here, and then I was going to sit down and share the post that I needed to share on Instagram. I always try to do some of my work before we start our school day, so that's kind of like a part of my regular to-do list stuff, but I did have this on my list, which you guys are going to see. I was able to check that off. Sharing about those Bible studies, I moved on to feeding my sourdough starter. I always get nervous when I travel and I put it in the fridge to kind of let it go dormant for a while, but happy to report, back to life, super active, and so I wanted to feed my sourdough starter. And then another thing that I had on my list today, which I already showed you guys, is using up my discard. Anytime I get close to that 4-cup mark in my jar of discard in the fridge, I try to empty it out. And I've done some things with it when I have time, but I will tell you guys the thing I do most often with the discard from sourdough, which is in this jar you're gonna see right here, is make sourdough waffles. My kids love them. They'll be gone in 2 days, but hey, some homemade waffles before homeschooling sounds pretty good to me. So now I'm sitting down to start on our school day. This is obviously what takes the majority of my day, and I'm not mad about it, but just acknowledging, that homeschooling is a sacrifice of time, and so being productive and getting my to-do list done does present some challenges, more so than other days when I am not homeschooling. So sitting down to do Bible study is always how we start our day, and that is what we are doing here. Next up is the most satisfying part of watching these Get It Done With Me videos, and that is the checking off of the list. I was already able to check off quite a few things, and honestly, seeing that just motivates me to keep going. So here I am sending some client invoices. I gave the kids a snack break, and I am always squeezing in things in these little pockets of time. You can see my kids are putting away their school materials behind me. Everyone was having about a 10 to 15 minute snack break, and I utilized that time for my work because on this day I did need to send some invoices. That's a very important part of my job. I don't work for free. And so anyways, that's what I'm doing here. Next up, I was moving on to some laundry. Once everyone goes upstairs to start their independent subjects, I usually will throw a load in, and that's what I'm doing here. So I just start the laundry while my kids work on like their handwriting and things. They don't need me for anything quite yet, and then the laundry's going and helping with math on the way out. After that, while my daughter was silently reading, I went into my room to hang up some of the laundry that was needing to go on hangers, and I was laughing because these are all my clothes right here, and how many variations of gray jackets am I going to hang up in one load of laundry? It was totally ridiculous. Is probably everyone's least favorite task, which is paying bills. I do this bi-weekly, and it was on the list for today. It needed to be done, so making sure I've got all my numbers straight with my handy dandy dollar store calculator and my pen and paper, because that is how I operate. I don't do fancy spreadsheets. I don't do anything else. Now I'm downstairs. Some of my kids were done with their schoolwork by this point, and I am making those sourdough waffles. So this is how I use that discard 99% of the time. This recipe is from Farmhouse on Boone, and I follow the recipe, but the measurements are a little iffy. You guys know, if you've watched me for a while, I don't measure everything. Things like vanilla and baking soda, obviously you do need to measure, but if there's a little more than 2 tablespoons of honey, no one's gonna die. So I'm making a ton of waffles. I think I made like 20 waffles, which 3 teens, 1 preteen, it'll be gone in no time. So now it is afternoon coffee time, and I made a hot oat milk latte on this day, and this is what I put in it. I've shared this before, but it was delicious, and it was rainy, and so I just wanted a hot coffee while I was finishing up these waffles and just a little cinnamon, to keep it fancy and special. So that's what I'm doing here, having my coffee and finishing up sourdough waffles. Next, had to clean up the mess from the sourdough waffles. I swear, I feel like some days all I do is make food, prepare food, clean up food, and then think about what food we're gonna have next. It's like, sometimes it drives me a little crazy. Let me know if you guys relate to that as moms. It's just like, life is food, especially with teenagers. And she's over there drying her dissection tools, so that's always fun. Our kitchen has been a lab lately. Now it is time to check the list some more. So I hope you guys are burning through your to-do list as you watch this, or at least get motivated to get yours done as you're watching this. Now here is the beginning of the consignment sorting. So I was going through clothes that had been pulled out from last season. This is a fraction of them. There are more. However, I had a slight interruption this afternoon when my car would not start, so that was fun. So I never got to get the other bins that are put up high out, so I would say this is maybe a fourth of what I have to consign. So I'm going through it here and deciding, what is resellable, what is just really worn out, and so that's what I'm doing. I'm sorting through things here. And then also if it's winter stuff that my kids already outgrew, the consignment sale is seasonal, so I can't sell winter items until the fall. So I'm super grateful to be able to participate in this consignment sale twice a year because it really, I earn, anywhere from $400 to $600 on average. And even though that's not a ton of money, it's something. So that's what I'm doing here is starting that process. It does take me a solid probably 10 hours to do start to finish. This consignment sale that I do is really particular. Like all the hangers have to face the left. And so I'm going through and individually hanging all of the summer things that I am going to consign. And I did get through this entire pile, and I have my donation bag, and then I have my winter clothes bag. So when the fall comes around, I'll already have that sorted out. I do have a lot more to go, so I didn't technically get through it all, but I got through what I could access because Jake has the rest way up high and I couldn't get to it. So that is gonna be a wrap on this Get It Done with me. The only thing that I did not get done on my list today was a workout because of the unexpected car issues. So there's that. Things did not go to plan when it came to time to pull out the car to work out in our garage, and it would not start. So that is unfortunate, but that's real life. So I check it off because I'm going out to work out at that moment, not knowing that my car is not going to start. However, I did get the rest of this list done and I feel really good about it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope it motivated you. Make sure you check out the links to Lumi down below, and I will see you guys again really soon. Bye, friends.